Losing streaks are one of the toughest things we go through as traders, but it's actually how you deal with yourself in the process. Of course, we want to be able to make profits quick and we want to be able to make the profits back that we've lost, but actually, it's all about staying calm in the process. It's really detrimental to our trading when we're going through losses because it really affects our confidence as traders. It really affects our emotions. It really affects the way we view ourselves. And not only that, we start to doubt our strategy, and this can lead to dangerous things like strategy hopping or watching people that are making money, and this can then hold us back even more. In today's episode, I'm going to dive into the psychology of the losing streaks and how you can bounce back faster but also better so that you can be profitable in the long run. Hey guys, I hope you're well and staying blessed. In today's episode, I'm going to be speaking about the psychology of a losing streak and how to bounce back. Understanding the emotional impact of a losing streak. Losing streaks are inevitable as a trader. Even your best traders that you look up to take losses. So don't let that affect you thinking that you're the only one going through this suffering and that losses are not a part of the process. When we're in a losing streak, we can feel emotions like self-doubt, unworthiness, desperation, greed, fear. And I say these things because when we take in losses, we ultimately bounce back and try to revenge trade, and we're now moving out of fear to try and make the money back that we lost. These feelings can cloud judgment and make you way more impulsive than what you was when you started out, making you do things like having the fear of missing out because you're now trying to just get in any trade because you're scared that you're not going to make profit as a trader. Revenge trading, someone that's consistently trying to make money back that they're losing, which is now actually taking a bigger lump out than you initially did when you took your first loss. Impulsivity, just trying to get in and out of trades because you feel like getting in and out of trades is going to make you feel better because you'll make profits. Well, I can tell you that I used to do that, and it's so detrimental to your trading and your success. Please don't do it. Please don't be impulsive. Please don't be aggressive. You need to be mindful of the way you are when you're actually tuning into the markets. It's not just about the way you feel and your emotions, but it's about how you approach the markets. What's going on around you? Because if your environment is bad, you're going to have a bad trading day regardless of the way you feel. And let me just say, making money isn't going to be a quick fix to your happiness if you're going through a rough time outside of trading. If you're going through a divorce, a breakup, you're going through a house move, you're going through debt, trading and making profits as a trader is not going to be a quick fix to your happiness. I promise you. The key here is to understand that losses are part of the journey. And with every loss, we can learn and grow from them to make us better as traders, but also better as individuals. Ask yourself questions like, how did I feel before entering the trade? And how do I feel after? If you're really struggling with your mindset, I also do have a psychology course for traders. I will leave the link down below. This covers everything in depth, and there's also quiz sections and homework sections for you to do. The top thing you need to do when going through a losing streak is stay calm and step back. I know it's so hard to believe, but trust me, the first thing you need to do when going through a bad time in trading or a losing streak or taking losses after losses and blowing accounts or blowing challenges or being funded and blowing an account is taking a step back and staying calm. It sounds so simple and it sounds so cliche to say, but trust me, when you give yourself that time and that calmness, you are going to be way more intact with your emotions and you're going to control yourself better when you approach the markets. Give yourself time to step back and assess the situation logically. What's going on within the markets? What's going on within my mind? What's going on with everything around me? Friends, family, the environment I'm living in. For example, if you're waking up and you're not making your bed, that's like the first thing in the morning you should do because that's one task done in the day. And I've been saying this for years and I've always stuck by it. A messy room, a messy bed is a messy head. Okay? If you wake up and the first thing you do is you open your charts and try and make money, no. You need to wake up, you need to give yourself that time and that clarity and that focus in the morning for yourself before trying to go and rush making money in the markets. The best traders do not let their emotions control their trading. So that is why you need to shift your mindset to a better place. Some things that really help me is journaling, not just as a trader and journaling my trades, but also journaling outside of self, journaling within my day. What's going on in my day? Doing affirmations to get my mind right, especially if I'm going through a losing streak. I like to tell myself, I am her. I am a profitable trader. I am a successful trader. Shift your mindset to a positive one. Because if you're sitting there in a negative mindset, you're going to stay negative for a very long time. And then this can lead to dis-ease, which eventually The stress will then cause disease. So let's completely avoid that, and let's shift our mindset to a more positive one, because we want to be profitable traders at the end of the day. If you're feeling frustrated and burnt out, this could mean that you do need a break from the market. Maybe a week or two just to completely shut down the charts, delete the apps from your phone, and just give yourself that time to come back to be a better person. It's not always about trading. It's not always about the market. It's not always about the high volatile news event. Sometimes it's self. Sometimes you need to go on a run. You need to go to the gym. You need to burn some fuel. If you're feeling burnt out, look inwards before you start to blame everything around you. How to avoid the trap of revenge trading. And let me tell you, I was a part of the revenge trading game. I used to revenge trade in my first year and a half all the time. Hugo's Way days. I would deposit money, lose money, deposit money, lose money, make money, lose money, try and make more money, and essentially lose money. Overall, this is such a bad spell to step into. It's literally the most negative thing you could do as a trader. If you take a loss, be okay with stepping away. And now this is where risk management comes into play. You need to know what is your risk management, and this should be in your trading plan, guys. In your trading plan, you should have how much you're willing to risk. You should know how much money you are willing to make and how much you are willing to lose. How many pips you are losing and how many pips you are winning. How much percent you are losing and how much percent you are winning. And let me just say, if numbers affect you, don't look at it as I am going to lose $500 on this trade. Look at it as I'm going to lose 0.5% on this trade. Because sometimes it's the little things that we shift that actually help us become more profitable. But please focus on your risk management, because if you've said in your trading plan, I'm only going to risk 0.5% every trading day that I trade, and you've lost that 0.5% and you try to do another 0.5%, you are now not being disciplined in your trading plan. This is ultimately going to be you revenge trading and losing money as a trader. To avoid this trap, remind yourself that every day doesn't have to be a profitable day. Yes, it can be daunting to our trading journey and we want to make profits. Like everyone wants to make profits, right? But if you force it, if you chase the profits, what's going to happen? You're going to have a bigger step back, and we're trying to avoid that. We're trying to be calm. We're trying to be patient. We see a setup, we take it because it's an A-star setup. It is A-star to our trading plan. Strategy is on point. Our mindset's in place. Our environment is good. Everything is calm. And I feel present to take this trade. And if you take a loss, be okay with taking that loss, because you've not over-risked. You've not over-leveraged. You've not been emotional and impulsive to try and make money quick. You got in that trade because you felt comfortable with getting in that trade. And you knew that if this trade hit your stop loss, you would lose this amount of money, and that is okay. And that's where you want to be as a trader. You want to be okay with taking losses. And let me just say, if you're taking like 10 to 15 losses in a row, you need to look at your strategy and you need to look at yourself, because no trader should be taking that many losses. That is insanity. So please go and collect your data, whether you're trading with TradeZella, whether you're trading with your own journal. I also do have a journal template as well. I can link that down below. Whether you're manually writing your trades down, whatever it is, collect your data and go over it, because this is how you will learn to avoid the mistakes that you continuously keep making. Building mental resilience for future streaks. The key to bouncing back fast is mental resilience. This comes from understanding that losses are only temporary, and if we take a loss, we are still going to make profit. And this is where you need to get your risk reward ratio in place. Because if you have a 1-to-3 risk reward ratio, which is I trade 1-to-3 is up, if you take one loss and one win, you've already made that money back. So stuff like that, your risk management needs to be on par. Your trading plan needs to be in place. You need to be sticking to your risk management, okay? The most successful traders have learned to accept losses, learn how to actually use these losses to bounce back and to learn from these losses. And ultimately, this is going to make them better traders in the long run anyway. Instead of beating yourself up about one loss, review your data. If you're chasing money to try and make money for your rent, you're probably going to lose way more than you are going to make money, because you should never look at money as a quick fix to your life. I always say to people, have that side income. Even if someone is making like 100K a month on trading, that 100K isn't going to be money they're living off of. They're going to put that 100K into other businesses that are also providing them cash flow. So be understanding that the people you see online that are promoting trading and stuff, even myself, I have other cash flows. Trading will help me go on holiday and it will help me pay for nice things that I want and ultimately allow me to live a happy, comfortable life. But I do not rely on trading to pay for my lifestyle. Absolutely not. You need that cash flow. So don't see a loss as a bad thing because people take losses. The best traders in the world, they take losses. It's about how you react to the loss. It's about how you analyze yourself after the loss. It's about taking that loss on the chin and learning from the mistake. It's time to shift your mindset and build your confidence so that you can come back better than ever. If you're struggling with a losing streak, I challenge you to take a break from the charts, to get your mind together and to get yourself a plan in place of what you're going to do before the trade and get yourself some questions down like, how do I feel before the trade? How do I feel during the trade? How do I feel after the trade? And these things are ultimately going to help you become a better trader. But not only that, get out of that feeling of stuckness as a loser in the markets because you are not a loser. You are worthy and deserving of success in trading. And you will get there in no time. I will leave my links down below for my community where you can network with others. Join my webinars every single Monday at 8 p.m. where I do stuff like this but live in the flesh. You can ask me questions. You can speak to me. Why would you not want to do that? You're watching this episode, get involved with the community, guys. It's free. We have a paid community coming, but Discord will always be free. You can network with other people. Anyone that's going for a losing streak, you can come together. You can keep each other accountable if you must. I can help you. Anything that I can do, I'd love to help you. I also do one-to-one sessions, so you can book a one-to-one session with me. I can literally life coach you. You can literally tell me everything that you're struggling with. I will come up with a whole plan to help you because I want to see people succeed. I really do. You have got this. And if you're really, really, really struggling, I would highly suggest purchasing the course that I've made for you guys on psychology of trading because it's going to help you with every single aspect of the psychology of your trading. Thank you for tuning in to this episode. Peace.